Spurs versus Knicks NBA Finals preview. What net win says about the matchup. The finals begin Wednesday in San Antonio. Here's what the formula says. The last time the New York Knicks appeared in the NBA Finals, Bill Clinton was president, the Backstreet Boys were on the radio, and the Spurs beat them in 5 games. That was 1999. The Knicks have not been back since. On May 25th, they swept the Cleveland Cavaliers to return to the championship stage for the first time in 27 years. They'll face the same team. The Spurs just knocked out the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder in Game 7 on the road, with Victor Wembanyama leading his team with 22 points. The market opens San Antonio as minus 210 favorites. FanDuel has them at minus 196. DraftKings open at minus 205. The betting lines tell you everything you need to know about where the smart money is going. The formula has a few things to add. The Knicks were 53-29 in the regular season, 12-2 in the playoffs. The Spurs 62-20 in the regular season, and 12-6 in the playoffs. The regular season gap is significant. The Spurs were the better team across 82 games by a substantial margin. Their 42-team net wins to the Knicks plus 24 reflects an 18-win difference in actual record and a roster with more proven contributors at every position. The playoff numbers tell a story. The Knicks have been dominant. Plus 10 net wins in 14 playoff games, 11 consecutive wins entering the finals, 9 blowouts during that run. The Spurs went plus 6 in 18 playoff games against tougher competition, including a Game 7 on the road against the defending champions. Both teams are playing well. One of them played significantly better through October to April. Wembanyama's regular season plus 7.49 net wins. His playoff line 1.41 across 18 games on a team that went 12-6. The playoff numbers lower than his regular season rate, which is the same pattern every young star goes through in their first extended postseason run. He was still the best player in the Western Conference Finals by most measures. 28.2 points, 11.5 rebounds, 3 blocks per game against OKC. Named Western Conference Finals MVP, the first player in NBA history to record more than 15 three-pointers and 15 blocks in a single playoff series. The Knicks have no single answer for him. Karl Anthony Towns is the primary option, and Mitchell Robinson can provide physicality if healthy. But Wembanyama at 7'4", with an 8'7" wingspan and the ability to shoot from anywhere on the floor creates problems that size alone doesn't solve. The Spurs will keep him away from their own offensive vulnerabilities by switching him out to Cat or putting him at the 5 while smaller defenders handle Brunson. The historical parallel worth noting, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar won his first championship at 24 years old with the Bucks in 71. Wemby turns 23 in January. The formula currently ranks him outside the top 200 with 3 seasons of data. If he wins this series, the number will rise considerably. Mitchell Robinson's regular season net wins of 2.68 and his playoff line of 0.54 in 11 games were very good for the Knicks. His free throw numbers tell the full story. He shot 40.8% from the line in the regular season, 42 makes on 103 attempts, and the playoffs dropped further. The Spurs have Luke Kornet at center for stretches, which means they could switch to a stretch 5 lineup and pull Robinson away from the basket. If San Antonio deploys intentional fouling to put Robinson on the line in critical moments, the Knicks have limited options behind sitting him in the fourth quarter. If he's healthy and played in his regular season level, the Knicks have a credible interior presence to throw at Wembanyama. If he's compromised, they're one center short in the most important matchup of the series. So where does New York have the edge? Brunson's playoff line 1.79, Hart 1.29, OG 1.38, Bridges 1.09. The Knicks' 4 best players all produced positive net wins in the playoffs on a team that went 12-2. That kind of balanced contribution from multiple players is genuinely hard to defend. Brunson's the most reliable clutch scorer in the series, according to Bleacher Report's analysis. And Anunoby and Bridges give New York switchable wings who can guard multiple positions and hit shots off movement. The Spurs' answer is youth and length. Dylan Hopper, 0.73 in the playoffs, Castle, 0.84, and De'Aaron Fox at 0.65 form a backcourt that could switch press and create problems for a 6'2" point guard. But Fox's playoff numbers at 0.65, fifth on his own team, is a drop from his regular season of 5.8. He has not been the player in the playoffs that he was across 82 games. If that continues against Brunson, the Knicks win the point guard battle. These teams split their 3 regular season meetings, but the series included the most relevant preview of all. On December 16th of 25, the Knicks defeated the Spurs 124-113 in the NBA Cup final in Las Vegas, with OG leading New York. OG's 3.92 regular season net wins and his ability to guard Wemby for stretches was on full display that night. The Knicks won the Cup, the Spurs won the West. Both teams have beaten each other on the biggest stage this season. The final is generally the first time neither team has a clear, recent head-to-head edge going in. The Spurs' bench depth is a meaningful advantage over a full 7-game series. Julian Champagne, 4.75, Keldon Johnson, and Devin Vassell all produced more than any Knicks reserve. Jordan Clarkson is the best bench scorer New York has, and he comes with defensive liabilities. San Antonio can go 12 deep without a significant drop-off. The Knicks rely heavily on the starting five, and a short series that might not matter. Over 7 games, fatigue and foul trouble sets depth in ways the first 4 or 5 games won't reveal. The market, once again, has San Antonio. Bleacher Report staff picks the Spurs, but expects 7 games. DraftKings Network picks San Antonio 4-3. The Sporting News picked the Spurs. The consensus is a competitive series that San Antonio wins, driven entirely by the Wemby variable. The one contrarian case for New York, they've won 11 straight. They've not lost since April 23rd, and the Spurs are battle-tested but tired after a 7-game series against the defending champions. Rest advantage matters. The Knicks have had 9 days off. San Antonio played Saturday. The Spurs were the better team. They have the best player in the series by a significant margin. The bench is deeper. The regular season net wins total reflects a meaningful talent gap. The Knicks have a backcourt and wing core that can win individual matchups throughout a series. If Robinson is healthy and Brunson controls 4 quarters, they're capable of winning 4 games against anyone. The formula sees the Spurs as the better team. The market agrees. But the last time these two teams played on the biggest stage, the Knicks lost in 5 games. New York hasn't won a championship since '73. The Garden has not hosted a finals game since Game 5 of that same '99 series. The formula sees San Antonio, Madison Square Garden sees something else entirely. The full net wins database in every season is free at willf123.github.io/NBA-net-wins. You can subscribe at netwins.substack.com. Thank you.